The biggest mistake I see new artists make, and I made it for years, is making music for everyone. You're trying to sound like what you think people want to hear instead of making what actually lives inside of you. And it's killing your music. We're taught to chase trends and study what's poppin' and post 10 times a day. And if you don't, you're not successful and you're not trying hard enough. And you'd think broad appeal would turn into more listeners. But what actually happens is you sound like everybody else and you connect with nobody. When I first started making music, I would try to impersonate the people I would be listening to or try to recreate exactly what they were already successful at. But the fact of the matter is, by the time I got there, they would have already been moved on to the next thing. And they have been. And they did, you know? And it never fucking worked. Doing what my friends thought was cool or chasing what was hot or popping at the time. And it felt empty, forced. Nobody listened to it. It was hard to make, hard to hear. And after a while, I noticed that I was making music for other people, not for myself. You know, while I was writing songs or making instrumentals or mixing shit, making the cover art, whatever, I would get in my head and think, oh, how is this going to be perceived? Blah, 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 blah. And it's no wonder it never worked, you know? Like, I stopped asking myself what I thought other people wanted to hear, and I started asking myself what I wanted to say, what I needed to say, who I needed to talk to, and what I needed to get off my chest. And when you make music about your specific pain or your specific story, the people who get it, you know, and they're down for you for life, man. You know what I mean? Like, they're there because they have the memory of something they have the memory of you, you know, like they're living through your music. And isn't that the whole goal? You know what I mean? Helping yourself, but then also helping other people. Isn't that why you make music and put it out, is to help other people? What if you just get to help yourself first? You know, 100 real fans beats 10,000 casual listeners any day of the week, bro. Because those 100 motherfuckers are going to ride for you harder than 10,000 people who ever would. The people who say that your music helped them or saved their life or changed their day for the better, those are going to be the people who stick around, who listen to your music in the future, who might relate to you enough to wear a t-shirt with your name on it. Because I was specific, I have individuals who trust me enough to share their story. Someone told me that my music kept them sober for 3 years. 3 fucking years, bro. That doesn't happen by mistake. That doesn't happen by making music for everyone. That happens by making music for the person who needed exactly that, who needed to hear what you went through, and that was so specific that you had no idea someone else out there could relate to it so much. And now you're feeling less alone. You put it out there to fucking connect with somebody to begin with. I mean, let's be realistic, bro. Like, if you're putting out music to make money right out the gate, you're in the wrong fucking business. Because it's not going to happen that quickly. And that's okay. That's why we do it. So how do we fix it? Step 1, stop asking what do people want to hear and start asking what do I want to say? What do I need to say? What do I need to get out? Your story is your superpower, man. Nobody else has ever walked a mile in your shoes. Nobody else knows what you're feeling. Nobody else knows what you've gone through. And nobody else will ever know unless you decide to share those pieces that you're comfortable sharing. And even if you're not comfortable sharing it, the thing you're scared to say is probably the thing that'll connect the most. The thing you're most scared and unsure of is what somebody else is also unsure of and scared to talk about too. They're probably just going to be relieved that you're saying it. Step 2, write for one person, even if it's just past you. Picture someone going through exactly what you went through or what you're going through now and talk to them. Even just conversationally. Imagine what you need to say to somebody or what you need to get off your chest. Who are you talking to? What are you saying? Like, do they believe you? Is it something you'd even say to them or that you believe that's coming out of your mouth? Better believe it. You're saying it. It exists on record for the rest of your life. For the rest of existence, write to them, not an audience. Write to the one person who needs to hear it. Write to the one person who you're putting off a conversation to because you're not sure if you're ready to say it or not. Well, say it. You don't have to share it. You don't have to let them hear it. Nobody else has to hear it, but at least you can get it off your chest. Step 3, Let the music be therapy first and content second. Let me explain. If it heals you, it's going to heal somebody else. If it helps you, it's going to help somebody else. If you're going through a certain scenario or a certain feeling, I promise you somebody else who's going through something similar or who did once upon a time is going to feel less alone and like you get it. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, there's somebody else out there that understands me. I know that's what music does for me. Still as a listener to this day, not even just my own music. Stop performing the emotion and start processing it. Just do it for you. No ulterior motives, no end goal. Just make the music to get it out, to express yourself, to feel better. And when I made this shift, everything changed. We're up to 70,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, over 7 million streams, no label, no manager, just by being real. Just me being honest in my spare bedroom by myself. That's the power of making music for the right reasons. It's kind of funny that whenever I tried relating to the least amount of people as possible, that's when I connected with the most. It was because I was just trying to relate to myself rather than everybody else. If you want to learn how to actually do this, turn your pain into music, write it, produce it, mix it, release it. I built a course called How to Make Music That Heals. And I'm teaching everything that I learned from the 12 plus years of doing this the DIY way, man. Love to have you there. No pressure either way. Links in the description. I hope you have a great fucking day. Come on, bro. Too easy. Take care.